Hey everybody, it's the Library Lady here with you today, and thank you so much for stopping by my channel called The Library Lady. Today we'll be featuring a book called The Adventures of Scout and Kit, The Berry Patch by Elise Monsour Puckett, illustrations by Tessa Riley. So I'll be sharing some information about this book in just a minute, but first of all, just want to let you know a little bit about the channel. I created it so that you at home can find some great books for children. I am a former classroom teacher and elementary school librarian, and my passion is definitely books. So I know a lot of us are at home right now. Some of you are wondering what to read or what to do with the book that your child's reading. So hopefully this channel will provide some insight for you, open up the world of literature a little bit, and give you some insight on how you can incorporate children's books into your everyday activities and lessons. So this is our next book. It is a wonderful picture book. It is very whimsical. The illustrations, I don't know Tess Riley personally, but I must give her a shout out for an amazing drawing in the book. She just has great illustrations. The story, just like the illustrations, are very whimsical, light, and fun. And I think lots of kids are gonna really connect. So as you can see, here's a great drawing of the little mouse here. Now I do wanna make the disclaimer as always that this is not a read aloud, although I do love read alouds and I would love to read the entire book to you. There are a lot of copyright rules and regulations, so I do have to abide by those. So I will only be sharing just a small snippet of the book to give you a little taste of the book, and hopefully those creative juices will just start flying. It was published in 2017 by the Roly Poly Books Company, so do check that out online. You might be able to purchase it, download it, or once these libraries open back up, run and get a copy at your local library. So I'll read a couple of the pages. I have gotten permission to do that. And I'll read a little bit further than normal. As you can see, the text takes up the top part of the story, and then the illustrations are on the bottom portion. So I'll kind of get the story started, and then we'll talk a little bit about the ideas that you could use for the book. So, The Adventures of Scout and Kit, The Berry Patch. The sun was awake, and giggles poured from the attic. It was Scout and Kit. They were brother and sister and had big imaginations. They loved to play make-believe games full of knights and dragons, princesses and fairies, wizards and gnomes, wardrobes and attics. Each adventure was full of magic. That morning, they headed out together to explore. From their treehouse window, they noticed their flowers had been bitten by frost. Scout and Kit loved to pick flowers for their mommy, but these scraggly ones just wouldn't do. They would just have to pick flowers somewhere else. They wandered over the hill and down the lane into the forest. Along with the flowers, they collected sticks and rocks, pine cones, and all sorts of outdoor treasures. Suddenly, they happened upon a peculiar stone wall. It was gray, smudged with dirt, and covered in weeds and flowers. They followed the wall to see where it led and found an old wooden door, but it was locked. Dun, dun, dun. And this is a great stopping point in the story, and here is the wooden door. So this is a great opportunity if you are reading it aloud to your child to go ahead and stop anyway and ask, where do you think that door might go? Have your child predict some ideas, maybe even questions like, would you open the door? Would you find a way in? You know, why or why not? And go ahead. So it's always good to talk with your child as you're reading the book anyway. So I like to share a couple activities that you could do. One of the activities that I love to do, and you can use this really with any book, is like a story bag, or sometimes I call a story suitcase. Basically any container that you have lying around. And what I typically do is I find a few objects, usually anywhere from 3 to 6 objects that you think you have around. You can cut out pictures or find actual objects that you think will be good connections to the story. It could be the characters, the setting, important part of the book. And what you do is you go ahead and put them in your container. And so here I have just a little bag. And in the bag, you would put these items and slowly be pulling them out as a way to introduce the story. Now your child, could go ahead and pull them out themselves, or you can pull them out. But basically the idea is to get them thinking about the story. You'll be amazed at what children can come up with. You can say, well, here are the things I have in my bag. Let's take a look. Here, oh, I have a mouse. And this lovely mouse is from IKEA. And oh, I have a mouse in my book. I wonder what kind of story might have a mouse, and get them thinking about that. And oh, and here is some fruit. Now I happen to have toy fruit. So, oh, some delicious berries. Wow. And maybe you could talk about, do they like berries? What's their favorite fruit? That kind of thing. What would a mouse want berries for? How could they be connected? Ooh, and look at this. I have a key. This key must go to something. What could it go to? And again, have them just kind of engage with you a little bit, brainstorm some ideas. Sometimes they end up being right on track, and sometimes they just come up with really great ideas, even if it's not one that happens in the story. And I always celebrate, with predictions. It may happen, it may not, but it gets your brain thinking, and we love when the brains are working. So that's a fun thing to do. With the fruit, you could use real fruit or the toy fruit that I had, and do a little bit with sorting. You could get out different colors like strawberries and blueberries, things like that, and go ahead and have them sort them by like object. If you want to extend it a little bit further into math, you go ahead and have them count it. Depending on the age of your learner and your child, they could do tally marks and then even graph their fruit. So you could also go the other direction and talk a little bit about healthy eating and nutrition. You could do a sort with the fruits and the vegetables and garden items, and then you could do non-healthy food and have them sort that as well. If you wanted to graph again with that, you could do just 2 bars on your graph and just have healthy food and non-healthy food. So that's a fun idea to do as well, and an important piece for practicing good and healthy eating habits. Now, one thing I really like at the beginning of the book, and I didn't point out, is there is a great illustration of her garden. So one of the social studies skills that a lot of people need is making maps and map directions. So at the beginning, she has a little illustration of the berry patch. And so you could have your child design their own map, whether it be a garden or their room or their neighborhood, something, and labeling it, putting in those key components like compass rose, a scale if your child's a little bit older. Or if you want to build a model of a garden or a map, you could use any kind of building blocks or Play-Doh and create a map and go ahead and label where everything is. So that's a fun one. The characters in here are great, and they're short and simple. There's Scout and Kit, and then there's the mouse and the mouse's wife. And so I would recommend, her name is Judy Mouse, and the little mouse is Henry. I would recommend maybe drawing your favorite character. Or listing out the characters and see which one they would connect to. The nice thing about this book is there are just 4 characters, so it's very easy to talk about them, characteristics of them. If you have an older child, I know in one of my other videos I shared drawing it and then labeling adjectives that describe that character, so that might be something fun to do as well. So lots of things with gardening, with map, with science. If you want to go that route, you can plant some vegetables and fruits or things that you would choose, or even just flowers. Again, plants are a huge piece of lots of grades curriculum for science, whether it be just labeling, petal, stem, leaves, root, taking a little bit further, maybe talking about plants and photosynthesis. I mean, you can carry it as deep and as far as you are able to, depending on your child's age. So just starting a garden may be something fun, and a lot of us are home and have some time to take up gardening. So that might be a fun hands-on, and talk about dirt and soil and, how is soil made and things like that. So lots of fun things you can do with soil for science with plants, and those are really popular and fun to do. Another fun idea is just a whimsical idea. Mrs. Mouse, Judy Mouse, serves tea to her husband later in the story, and so I happen to have just a lovely little teapot here, and you may just sit down with your child and have a tea party. Get out the plates and the cups and serve tea and chat. If you want to get dressed up in nice clothes and wear a fancy hat or something like that, and just imagine what it would be like to be part of a fancy tea. We really want to foster creativity and our child's imagination, and just pretend play is learning. They learn how to communicate, they learn how to take on the persona of someone else. So imagination is great. It is the key to learning, and that can take them so far in their educational world. So definitely do some pretend playing as well. So I think you're really going to love this story. If you haven't heard of it, definitely check it out. There is a second book that's published. It's called I Wish I Lived in a Treehouse, and that's out. So if you are interested in looking up that one, you may find that online as well. So thanks for tuning in. If you would be so kind as to click that red subscribe button and leave a comment about the book. I would love to hear from you. Or if you would like to recommend a book that you would like me to share, I'm happy to think of ideas on how to use that book. All right. So thanks so much for tuning in to the Library Lady. Have a wonderful day and check out The Adventures of Scout and Kit, the Berry Patch.